Good evening. My name is Jesse Alvarez, and this is my second year at Lone Star College North Harris, enrolled as part of their honors program. To start off, I will start with the first letter of my name, which is of course J, which can stand for judicious. I wouldn't consider myself that smart or wise, but everyone else I know considers me that way, so I can't really deny it. Um, despite like despite like the honors program requiring like a high GPA and everyone in that program particularly having like the experience of being treated as the nerd of their class. I even then I still get like treated as like the know it all in all my courses for some reason. Uh, for like the reason I could probably think of is like my hard work ethic, I would guess. Cause I usually I don't feel comfortable like taking anything unless I'm over prepared for it. And as a side note, I just got like funny enough I got new like informed today that I'm nominated for the GCIC regional conference this late October, so hopefully this class helps me a lot with that. And that's moving on to the second letter of my name, E. I chose the adjective eclectic. I personally think this applies well to me when it comes to like my music taste and my personal beliefs. For my music taste, like the main criteria I have for any song I listen to is like if it sounds good to me, then I like it. So like I listen to a lot of different genres and even different languages too. For my philosophy, I don't really have like any inspiration from like any particular school of thought or like philosopher. So most of mine comes from like retrospections and observation and all of that. Like the main one that applies here is that I believe that everything in this world has like a role or place in it. So everything like is worthy of being considered. And as for the third letter of my name, S, and the first S in my name, I chose sincere. Speaking like philosophy, I personally think I personally value honesty as a really one of my main virtues in myself and also in other people. Uh, so in that case, I usually avoid trying to lie in general. Of course, like I've lied before, like mainly like white lies or way in the past when I'm younger. And when I also think of sincere, I think of it like being genuine or real to yourself, because I think that's important for your mental health. And as for the second S in my name, I chose it's probably the weirdest adjective I chose, but I chose sedentary. I probably chose it mainly because like I think it describes like how I like to or live my life as a student or worker. I kind of want structure, organization, and kind of like predictability in a sense. I wouldn't want to like go to work and like have no idea what I'm about to do today or what I'm about to do tomorrow and things like that. I also think sedentary applies to me being kind of like stubborn in a way. I wouldn't say like I'm difficult to convince or persuade or whatever, but mainly that I have like lots of conviction in what I believe in when it comes to like philosophy and social stuff. And as for the last letter of my name and the last E, I chose empathetic. I don't really look the part. If you knew, like, if you had like a first impression of me, maybe because of like I'm really composed. Besides my social anxiety, and I'm like stoic, and I have like a laid back attitude to things that happen in life. But I'm actually kind of like a huge softie for lots of emotional things in movies or stories or shows. I would say like I cry at everything, but I definitely feel the emotions whenever it happens. And as for my college explorations and like why I decided to enroll in college, I wanted my major is psychology. I wanted to get like a bachelor of science at the University of Texas at Austin. So of course I plan on transferring at the end of this year, and I wanted to personally become a clinical psychiatrist with a specialization in biological psychology. Of course, biological psychology involves like depression, social anxiety, which I have, and schizophrenia. I have lots of experience helping people with at least the first two. I haven't met a schizophrenia yet, but I do have like lots of like an emotional interest in it. Not really a scientific one, but mainly I think it's like really. It must be like I can't imagine how it is to like have that loose grip of your own mind like that. And I wanted to get like, of course I wanted to make a bachelor's in my psychology, but I also considered sociology maybe too. And finally, for like a retirement dream I have is to like teach at my alma mater. I haven't decided like what subject necessarily, but I personally love teaching and explaining things to people, so I think that'd be a great way for me to like transition for my profession. And yeah, and I hope pass an adequate first impression. And that's the end of this recording.